boring income is more exciting than exciting growth.
And right now, if you're holding this, like if you're one of our clients, you are just gobbling up more and more shares on about a 15 to 20% discount.
That's right.
Loading up, and we all have seen what a couple other positions have done.
Hey guys, are we ready to go?
Nope.
We're going. Okay,
We have a choice.
we're going to talk about something today that normally just goes around, social media circles. It's like the 4 greatest
Reasons
stocks
to subscribe to
yes.
Insight,
4 best.
the PMS.
Yes.
Such a great
Planning
name.
makes
Planning makes
seriously
simple.
shot through the heart right
Such
there.
an awesome name.
Ready
All
to-
the women out there.
Okay, so we're going to talk about 4 dividend stocks to watch right now, which is interesting because we don't normally do things like this because we're normally kind of vague. Why would we do that?
Let's let our listeners a little bit behind the curtain, a little veil reveal here.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what the wizard's been up to.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Behind the curtain.
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Okay. First stock right up. We're just going to go right into this. We'll make this one short and sweet. Let's talk about the Bank of Nova Scotia.
Never heard of it. I'm just
Okay.
kidding. No, they're a Canadian bank. Cal, do you know how long they've been paying a dividend? Do you have any idea?
On the spot. No.
Long
I'm going to guess over a century.
Almost 2 centuries.
Okay.
Like 1833.
1833.
It's insane. Yeah. They've been paying that long. Can't find a time when they didn't pay. And they are a great steady increaser. Have pretty decent yield, but they're one of the big banks in Canada, which are always known for putting out, great dividend income for our clients.
But aren't banks risky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you get that all the time. Banks, risky.
I'm wizarding over here.
U.S. banks, not Canadian banks. That's why we went there. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Well, actually,
No.
before we jump into
What
all
would
of
be
these
risky
details,
about it, then? What's risky about the bank?
because
a
people will
big
say
bank.
it. What if there's a run on it? We had a run on the banks years ago.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we're still banking.
Did anything happen?
There was some consolidation that happened. I mean, there were a few in 08, 09 that, they closed, but at the end of the day.
Wasn't it 21?
Was that another run?
Yeah, 21 or 22. We had the
With the
one in
post-pandemic?
California.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Savings and loans.
We had
There's
all
been
kinds of
histories
issues.
stuff.
We had 2008.
Well, for us, and I would suggest you do this as well if you're going to choose to invest in one of the bank, go look at their balance sheet. Like, they're publicly traded. They have to report it all. Go look at what their debts are. Go look at what their revenue is. What's their net income? I mean, these are the things that we're looking at before we ever invest our clients' money into these types of companies or all companies. So a bank is no different than any of the other 3 that we're going to talk about. So those risks can be real, but if you go look at their balance sheet, how much cash do they have on hand?
Well, I think at the end of the day, the dividend is the result of how strong the business is.
Right.
So what you're basically saying is go look at the business.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let me see the books, the debt, the income. Let me see where they come from, where they're going,
How
projections,
much are they
like
paying out?
whatever. How
Yep.
much cash on hand, like all that stuff. It all matters, and we've had lots of shows we've talked about that. Here, we're just going to talk about specifically a couple companies. We're kind of dived into Bank of Nova Scotia. We are not recommending any of this. These are just ones to watch and consider.
Well,
What do
wait,
you
I
say?
do want to just chime in. Yes, dividend investors watch for the dividend and the dividend and the dollar it pays you. But that's kind of a person who understands dividends. A lot of dividend people who are just getting started who think they want dividends are looking for the percentage yield. So not that I'm saying you're wrong. You are right. People want to look at the dollars if they've got it figured out. But so often people are like, what's the percentage yield? And that's where I really think you got to be really smart and go back and say, whoa. What's the reason that percentage is so high?
Yeah.
And just because the percentage is low doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
It's a lot of
It is
finger
looking-
pointing going on over there.
There is a lot of finger
There's a
pointing.
lot
Just
of
because they
finger
have a
pointing.
high yield number doesn't mean that it's a bad
That
company
I was just going to say, doesn't mean that it's bad. But I would just
There's the
argue
finger pointing. What's
that a
going
lot
on?
of people, you're giving,
Gonna turn into Bill Clinton in a minute.
we want you to look at the dividends.
Not just doing it with the paper.
I am, I'm kicking my feet that don't hit the floor. You haven't made fun of me for that one yet.
Your
But
feet don't touch the floor.
don't just take the percentage, despite what all these crazies are saying. Don't just chase the percentage.
Oh.
Well, I think with the Bank of Nova Scotia, it really sums up with the fact that income investors really look for opportunity, while other investors look for uncertainty. And this is kind of, if I were to compare my wife and I, my wife is very much she'll call herself a realist. I'll call her a pessimist. I'm very much an optimist. I live in the clouds. We balance these out very well. And that's really what you can look at a stock like Bank of Nova Scotia and you can go, look what could go wrong. Like so many things could go wrong in the banking industry. So many things could go wrong in so many industries.
Right.
And there's people out there that goes, nope, 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 nope. And there's other people out there like, yep, 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 yep. Regardless of what side you're on, that better not turn into a meme. All I hear is nope, nope, yep, yep.
I was going to say, you're using that finger thing a lot.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm pointing to myself.
Yeah, there you go.
So I tend to be more on the optimist side.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever side you land on, make sure it's based on fact.
Yeah.
It's based on the reality of the other underlying company. Next company up, General Mills.
This is that consumer goods, always on the shelf. You probably
CPG?
have it in your favorites.
CPG. Consumer packaged goods. If you need an acronym, my Frito people know that one.
Yeah, that's why
I was like,
My PepsiCo people know that one.
Can we dumb it down a little bit?
Hey, we taught a little extra. It's another reason to subscribe to the show. Sorry, back to you.
But
Back to
these
the mofo.
CPGs, but honestly, these type companies are the things that you have all over your house. They're not just in food, but they're in, toothpaste and
Oh, geez.
all
They're
beverages, and they're in all this stuff. And those are the things that really, and this is a generalization, but no matter what's going on in the world, you continue to buy these staple items. You're going to have cereal for your kids to wake up and eat in the morning. You're going to buy bread. You're going to buy Band-Aids and toilet paper and toothpaste and toothbrushes. And these things are always going to be purchased. Maybe not at the same frequency sometimes, but there's just always
And they're
this
not just sold
revenue.
in America either.
Correct.
That's
They're
right.
Good
global companies. And there's your global exposure.
Yeah, I was going to say that
International.
international question we get all the time. That's a good one.
And sometimes,
Wizarding over here.
Yeah,
and sometimes companies like, we'll just call this one out because General Mills has been hit a little bit this
It's
year.
been hit a lot.
And, there's a lot of reasons to suspect why that might be happening, but these companies they're so big. They have their hands in so many different.
I love when good companies get hit though.
Well, it's a good
That's
pressure
like my
test. It
favorite
builds
thing.
confidence.
The companies like this, they pay dividends, they're stable, they're strong, and you can look at a company like this and go, that's such a boring, there's not enough growth.
Yeah.
But boring income is more exciting
That's
than
right.
exciting
Right.
growth.
And right now, if you're holding this, like if you're one of our clients, you are just gobbling up more and more shares on about a
On a big
15 to
sale.
20% discount,
That's right.
loading up. And we all have seen what a couple other positions have done.
When a good company goes down, even good investors are like, why? What's going on? Do I need to sell? What do I not
That's
know?
right.
And the patient ones that are looking at the details are going, this is awesome. Like, let the pressure of the market pull a good company down so I can buy it cheaper. That's like going to the store, the grocery store, looking at General Mills and be like, hey, for whatever reason, they over manufactured something. Nobody was buying it. And now it's just gone sale and it's your favorite food.
Yeah.
And you're just like, whoa, like
Sweet.
my wife
Stockpile it.
she had a Gatorade and she goes, it was buy one, get two free.
Oh.
And she had like 3 bags. I mean, they were packed. She says, I bought them all. She's like, we drink them all the
Guilty
time.
as
We get to
charged.
retire early,
Yeah.
baby.
She's
right.
like, I got 3 for the price of 1. And she's like, so I just bought everyone on the shelf. And then she went to another Harris Teeter and did the exact same thing there. Cause she's like, not often do you get literally a
That
sale like
stuff.
this.
She's
Yeah.
pretty smart.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
she is. All right. Next one up,
Cheaper.
Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, man. And it's very similar, but in a different sector to General Mills. Here's where you've got all of the healthcare stuff that you've got littered in your, in your medicine cabinet. But they have been paying a dividend for an
But is it,
extremely long
like as a
time.
pessimist, I'm going to play the pessimist, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But if you look at a Johnson & Johnson, that's like in a super regulated, have administration in here that wants to completely change things. What do you do in that regard? Shouldn't you just sell that out? Like what if they start changing all the rules and a Johnson & Johnson, like what if they can't produce? I mean, that's what the pessimist is going to say.
Well, if they get
Right.
shut down, then it's time to exchange and we'll go to a different company.
but is that
where they
going to
can't-
happen? Because if the government
mean-
changes the rules, they adapt.
Right.
Because how many rules have been changed in the healthcare industry in the last 100
has
years?
weathered.
That's right.
We went from no regulation to regulation. That was a
Yeah.
big change. They survived that.
Well, and
Right.
Johnson & Johnson's been paying a dividend since 1944. A couple world wars that was happening,
Yeah.
kind of coming out of them. And then everything else that's happened since then.
Well, we've had
I mean,
a lot of things happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, and they have so many different business units. They're not just pharmaceuticals, which is what's being targeted.
They do.
They also have all this over-the-counter durable equipment. They're in surgery centers. They're
everywhere.
They're
Yeah, they are.
everywhere. They're just a massive company, and that's you really got to dissect and.
That's another
look
one
at
where
what it's-
it builds confidence. Their consistency builds confidence.
And this is
they're
more-
ability to
have
find
sick
a way.
people.
Johnson
too.
and Johnson
Like,
is more healthcare than pharmaceuticals.
Right.
They
Right.
do have
Correct.
a
some,
little bit. Yeah.
but it's more healthcare.
Correct.
Let's go to the next one, which would be AbbVie. This
Now,
is
this one is
straight up
Pharmaceuticals.
pharmaceutical.
That's right.
Thanks to Abbott.
Yes.
They broke away.
So, some of the naysayers out there is going to be like, this is a patent cliff, because they've changed the patent laws in the United States. Now patents expire. When you have a patent, it's like, that's your like
That's your recruit
Park
money.
Avenue.
Yes.
Right.
Like I'm going to make all this money. And then you have the companies out there that figure out a generic version of it
Yep.
and slap this on and, reduce the price. But now the laws are like, well, you can only have that patent for this many years, whatever that year is.
Yeah.
And you can make all your wealth and then it changes. Then now you can't.
Well, and I mean, pharmaceutical companies, they spend billions in research.
Yep.
Like they need that protection of exclusivity and patent law so that they can recruit, so that they can go. And then if you have failed R&D, things like that. So these are more that you gotta do a little extra research on companies like this
Right.
to see, hey, what do they have under patent? When's that expiring? And what other drugs do they have in their pipeline? Because sometimes they can get left a little bit.
And
high and dry
sometimes you
if they
can
don't have
find a
anything.
company like an AbbVie that has like this awesome drug. They just got to get by FDA.
Mhm.
And if they ever do,
It's
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Off to the races.
Yeah. So there are certain things that you want to keep your ear to the grindstone on just for like that pop factor, because that could take the company to the next stratosphere over the next however many years.
sure.
Not to mention all the other monies that they're making along the way. However, they might not ever get that approval. So there's always two sides of that.
Correct.
You got to
Yeah.
understand. We won't hold a company because of the what ifs. Like sometimes we don't sell a company because of the what ifs.
Correct. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're looking at companies holistically and we're like, is there any other companies that would make better sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And are there companies, you're like, well, this is a strong sell. Well, what if there's not a strong buy to
There you
replace
go.
it?
Right. There's nothing to replace it that would be better.
Would it be better just to hold it? And sometimes we've held companies and made a mistake. And sometimes we've held companies and boy, did that work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
We got one in our portfolio right now.
Yeah. I thought it was super cool that like they're a subsidiary. They kind of broke them off from AbbVie they did.
AbbVie.
AbbVie,
Mhm.
yeah.
And they picked up the exact same like ethos on how they're going to treat their investor. They immediately started paying dividends, have always increased. So like whenever you look at them, like their dividend history is only like 11 or 12 years because that's whenever they broke off from Abbott. But they get to kind of get to lay claim to the 50 plus years that Abbott's been.
No.
That's cool.
Don't look at your notes right now. I'm going to ask you guys a question.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So I want to do something really quick. I'm going to give you like 3 seconds to answer a question.
Oh, geez.
If you look at the 4 stocks that we just talked about, which are Bank of Nova Scotia, General Mills, all eyes on me, don't be looking down. Bank of Nova Scotia, General Mills, Johnson & Johnson, AbbVie. If we look over the last 10 years, which one of those 4 has had the lowest dividend yield that has produced the highest total return over the last 10 years? Give me a guess.
You know it
They'll
already.
go. Yeah.
I would probably say AbbVie, but I'm
AbbVie,
That's what I was going to say. Was
AbbVie,
J&J.
and the answer is Johnson & Johnson.
I only know it because I was doing a review and some onboarding, and that was the one that I chose. And it's like Johnson, Johnson, and then like all of a sudden it just goes coming out of COVID. It was just like I'm like,
Well-
up 100%. Awesome.
well, yeah.
Which of those companies has the longest dividend-paying history? You already gave this away.
Cal knows this one now.
Which is it?
Bank of Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Bank of Nova Scotia. Last question.
1830.
It's sticky like
1830.
Okay,
Maple
which
syrup.
company currently pays the most annual dividend per share, like the highest dividend yield?
Like the cash?
The highest dividend,
Dollar amount?
Yeah, dollar amount. Answer.
AbbVie.
AbbVie.
Yeah, I'd say AbbVie.
General Mills, because
General.
we haven't said it yet.
AbbVie.
Nice.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's land the plane. Last-
General Mills gets
Nothing.
Who makes the best cereal?
Boom! We didn't have that question on here, but stay tuned for next week.
The only cereal company.
All right, last points. Land the plane. What, if you could say
geez.
one thing to really wrap up this, what is it?
Oh man, these are 4 that are in our portfolio. They're 4 that are great. Some of them are similar, some of them are very different. At the end of the day, these are great companies, but do your own research. Look into them, especially if you're managing your own portfolio. Take a look at them, understand it, ask us questions to better understand these. We also have a dividend starter kit, so you can reach out to us on that. Just put it in the notes, send me the dividend starter kit. It'll help you really take a look at how we're looking at these companies and why they're so great.
Anybody
I
else?
mean, and these are perfect examples of things that show, in a lot of cases, both the growth and the income, but they truly are, the dividend examples that are tried and true and have done, what gets you there. They're good examples to go look at, but I was just going to piggyback up on what you said. Don't get caught up in that percentage. Go and look deeper in the companies. Don't make the decision that's based on emotions right now or what they're doing right now. Look a little deeper, but strong 4 to use today. So
That's perfect. I got nothing.
No wizarding over
Let's
there?
go.
No wizardry. Y'all
No.
nailed it.
All right, so hopefully you learned something today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. God bless. Thanks for watching Planning Made Simple. Every week we bring you conversations that are entertaining, educational, and focused on making life's big decisions a little simpler. Make sure you subscribe for our best content each week, and we'll see you next time.